Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. Today is an exciting day. We just got done with morning chores and then we're about to head inside to change. And then we are going to be taking a trip to Springfield, Missouri.
The reason we are going to Springfield is because our house, our modular house, is finished and it has been delivered to the dealer's location in Springfield. So today we are taking a drive to Springfield to look at our house for the first time.
Right. It's going to be pretty strange to be able to walk through our house. It's not a model home. It's not one of the other ones we've walked through, but this time we actually get to walk through our house. It also means that we get to, check it over and make sure that everything is the way that it's supposed to be. All the carpet is the color we wanted, the floor is the kind we wanted, and all of that. And then we'll sign off on it. And then after that, we can get it scheduled to actually be brought out and placed on our foundation.
We have been excited about this for quite some time. We've been waiting for 10 months for this house to be built. We ordered it last November.
Right.
Originally, we thought it would be finished in May,
Right.
But because of, just the crazy times that we're in and things that are happening, it wasn't completed until just basically a few days ago, maybe
Right.
a week ago.
Right. The amazing part is that for these modular homes, because they're built like in a factory where they just, they do the same thing over and over. I mean, the same person does the same job over and over, like an assembly line. They can actually build one of these modular homes. They build the entire house in just over 2 weeks, which is pretty crazy. So our house was actually built in Alabama, and then it was shipped here to Missouri. It came, on 2 big flatbed trucks or 2 big semis, and that's where it is now in Springfield, waiting for us to come look at it. We're going to bring you guys along so you can actually see it for the first time. And you guys, this is an exciting day because it gets us one step closer to actually being able to sell the homestead property and move down to the farm property full time.
So we need to get out of our chore clothes, clean up a little bit, and we will see you when we get to Springfield.
Well, you guys, we've made it here to Springfield. This is our house here behind us. We've been waiting 10 months for it to get finished. It was shipped across the country and it arrived here in Springfield yesterday.
We've done a quick walkthrough with, the salespeople here, but we want to bring you inside to just get a little look at the inside of our brand new house. Well, this is the living room that we just walked into. And before we go much further, I want to remind you guys that right now our house is still in 2 separate pieces. And the open side, you can see the open side over here, it's all closed up and protected from the weather. So we can't just do like a normal walkthrough of our house because they're not connected. The 2 sides aren't connected. So there are some things that we'll be able to show you today, but some things we won't be able to show you because we don't have access to them right now. And you'll just have to wait until both sides get delivered to our farm property and set on the foundation.
Right. Yeah, but this is the living room. Once the house is together, you'll walk through here and the kitchen is kind of over here. We'll see that in a minute when we go around to the other side of the house. But we're excited. I mean, look at these nice windows.
The windows are gorgeous.
We wanted nice big windows so that we can look out and see the gorgeous view that we have at our property. Mm-hmm. So those windows are going to be great. And then over here is our master bedroom. We'll walk in there in a second. Now you can see also that there's no flooring in the house yet. That will be put in once the house is delivered on site. So they'll do all of that. They'll put the baseboards in, all of that once it's delivered on site. But this is the living room. Let's take a walk real quick into the master bedroom.
This is the master bedroom. Nice windows over here. It's a nice sized master bedroom. It's much bigger than our current bedroom. And then the master bathroom is over on the other side of the house through this doorway.
Now you can see that in this room the carpeting's already in. It's just the hard floor that they will put in once the house comes onto our property.
Right.
So let's go back out into the living room. We'll show you kind of where the other 2 bedrooms are, but because the house needs to be put together before you can get down to those, we won't actually be able to show you those until the house is at our property.
We're back in the living room again. On the other side of this wall, which we can't get there right now, but on the other side of this wall is a bedroom, followed by a bathroom, and then another bedroom. We'll have to see that when the house is delivered and put together.
Right. We're excited to have 2 bathrooms. For the last 7 years, 6 years, we've had 1 bathroom. That has some challenges at times, but we're excited to have 2 bathrooms in this new house. All right, let's go back outside. We'll walk around and we'll come in the back of the house and show you guys that half of the house.
When you walk in the back door, you'll walk into the laundry room. We're also going to use this as a mud room. Washer dryer, and there's a nice deep sink in here, a utility sink.
Yeah, this will be perfect when we need to wash all of our milking supplies after we milk the cow in the morning.
Yep, and this leads also into the master bathroom. It's got a nice shower, a separate tub, and the sink and stuff. And then back in here is just a toilet closet. The toilet's back in here. And then there's a closet, master closet over here. This door over here leads into the master bedroom, but because it's on the other side of the house, you can't see in there. It's just
right.
Plastic.
Don't go through that door right now.
So, and then we'll walk through the laundry room again onto the other side of the house.
So this is the dining room area here. You can see we have sliding glass doors that will go out to the back of the house. When you look up these sliding glass doors, you're going to be seeing the chicken moat area and our garden and kind of where we're putting the pigs. All of that will be visible from these glass doors, which will be really nice. So this is the dining room area, and then you guys over here is kind of like the other half of the living room. Now you can see this is all the flooring that hasn't been put in yet. So when this plastic is gone, remember where we were over in the living room before, this is the living room, and then the living room continues over into this area here. Over in that corner over there is where we plan on putting our wood stove. So that obviously doesn't come with the house. We'll be putting that in before winter, but that is where the wood stove is going to go over in that corner. So if we spin around, then we're in the kitchen.
So this is the kitchen, you guys. There's a nice sized island here, cabinets underneath, cabinets, a dishwasher, which we haven't had a dishwasher in 7 years, stove, microwave, refrigerator, freezer, and some more shelves and stuff. I'm really excited. This is a really fantastic kitchen. Can't wait to cook in here. And then through this opening here, this is what leads to 1 bedroom on this side, a bathroom in the middle, and then another bedroom on this side. So that is the layout of the house. It's 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It's gonna be wonderful for us.
Right.
Square footage is 1,800 square feet. So it's a little bit of an upgrade from what we have right now.
Right.
We're really excited to have this house coming out to our farm property sometime soon.
Right, yeah, we're not exactly sure when yet. We're hoping within the next month at most. But as you can see, then there's still quite a bit of work that they need to do once the house is there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be drop it off and leave. It's going to be, there's still work to be done once it's there. So we're excited though to get the ball rolling, like Sarah said. And most importantly, we're excited to be able to just live full time at the farm property. We spend so much of our time there already, so it'll be nice just to be able to wake up and be able to go outside and do chores.
Right. You guys, we are excited to bring you along also when the house is delivered to the farm property, and then when they bring the big crane in to set the 2 sides of the house together onto the foundation. That's going to be so exciting. What an awesome process to watch. And we plan on filming as much of that as we can.
Well, we made it back to the farm property, and we're sitting here by the foundation where the new house is going to go. You guys, we are super happy with the way that the new house has turned out. There wasn't anything, when we looked through it today, there wasn't anything that kind of jumped out as a big, you know, like, oh my gosh, this wasn't the way we ordered it. All of the things that we wanted were there. The colors were all right. Nothing looked damaged from traveling across the country. Just really, we're very happy.
It's pretty amazing that two pieces of a house can travel all the way from Alabama to southern Missouri and have very little go wrong, very little settling, very little drywall cracking. It is pretty amazing.
So now that we've signed off on it and everything looks good, it'll be, the next step will be for them to schedule a time to actually bring it out here to the property and get it put on the foundation. That is going to be quite a process. The house will come out on 2 big semis, and then we'll also have a big crane that will come that will actually lift each half of the house off of the semi and put it here onto the foundation.
That is just crazy to think about.
Right.
I'm really excited. We don't really have a time frame on that. We're still, you know, organizing that.
Right.
But it's
we don't think it's going to be terribly long.
Right. Yeah, but we're pretty excited about that. All of the pieces are falling together, even though we feel like we've been waiting for so long for this.
Yeah, it seems like we're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and now all of a sudden things are going to happen really quickly, which is very exciting.
Once the house is placed here, there's quite a bit of finishing work that needs to happen. You know, all of the utilities need to be hooked up. The roof, which part of it is laying flat right now, they're going to raise that and connect the two, and so there's some finishing roofing that needs to be done.
Right. You could see on the ends of the house there's no siding yet. That all gets put on after the house is put together, so that there's no seam. You know, the siding goes right across. The flooring on the inside needs to be finished yet. So yeah, there is quite a bit to be done. I don't think it'll take more than probably a month or so after the house is here for it to be finished. So we're hoping that, you know, before the weather turns too cold, we'll be able to move in and start living here.
You know, you guys, we just wanted to kind of back up a little bit and review kind of the overall evolution of this project. You know, we've had this property, this farm property, for going on 2.5 years now. And when we bought this place, there was a little farmhouse.
Right, it was about 700 square feet.
It was, yeah. And when we first bought this place, that little house was used for Kevin's parents when they came out here for one summer, and then they decided they wanted to move to Southwest Missouri, and then they stayed at this little house here until they found a house in town that they liked.
Right.
Our plan initially, we thought we could renovate the house and maybe add on to it so that it would be a little bit larger for our family and for our growing, you know, grandkids and that kind of thing for the future. But after we got the contractors out here to look at the different things, we realized quickly that there were so many things that needed to be fixed and updated that fixing it all plus expanding, the costs really added up quickly.
Right.
And it ended up that it would be more cost effective for us to tear that little farmhouse down and put something in its place.
Right. And that led us on the road to really look at all of our options for what we wanted to do here. We looked at, you know, building a house right here on site. We looked at the modular home, which is obviously what we ended up going with. We even looked at doing manufactured homes, or so what are sometimes called mobile homes. At the end of the day, the modular home was by far the most attractive to us because we could still do a lot of the, you know, kind of customization that we wanted to do, but the price point was considerably less than doing a house built here on site. In fact, it was almost half the price of a house built here on site. And you guys, with the modular like we're doing, which is called an off-frame modular, they're actually built to the same specifications as a house that would be built here on site. It's just that they're built in a factory, which really makes them like bring the cost down because they're able to just produce a house super fast and bring it out to your property. Now, a lot of you may not know the difference between a modular home, which is what we're doing, and a mobile home, or what are sometimes called manufactured homes. A mobile home or a manufactured home has a frame underneath it, a metal frame, that basically they'll pull it onto your property, which is why sometimes they're called trailer houses, because it's on a trailer, and that frame stays underneath the property. Sometimes the wheels even stay on it underneath the house. Now they can put some type of skirting around. Sometimes they can even do a brick foundation after the house is there to make it look more permanent, but ultimately it's a movable house. In fact, here in Missouri, a mobile home or a manufactured home isn't considered real estate. It's considered personal property. So there's some downsides to that. One, you have to pay personal property tax on that every year. And two, you have to pay sales tax on it when you purchase it. So they're not that much less expensive than a modular home, but you have to pay a lot of sales tax when you buy it. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Now, a modular home like we're doing is considered real estate. Once it's here on the foundation, it's a permanent part of this property, just like a house that was built here on site. Because of that, it increases in value, just like a house that was built here on site. It can have the same type of financing, it can have the same type of insurance, because everything is built to the same codes and same standards that a house built on site would be. That's what makes a modular home different than a manufactured or mobile home.
So those are the reasons why we ended up going with the modular home. Now that we've gone to see it in Springfield, we feel like that decision was a solid decision.
Right.
We're even more confident that we made the right decision. Now, one of the biggest questions that we've had about this project here, when we had the foundation poured and we showed you all that video, so many of you were concerned that we had a crawl space put in here rather than a basement. And why on earth, if we had the option to have a basement, why would we choose not to have a basement?
And really, it came down to a few things. The main thing, really, to be honest, is we didn't want a basement.
Right.
We want this to be a house that we can grow old in, and we like to think ahead. And we were already thinking that, you know, as we get older, a basement just isn't something that we're going to be wanting to go up and down stairs in. We also didn't want to have to kind of redo the design of the house to have stairs going down into a basement.
Right.
So that was a big part of it. But also, you guys, it was a cost issue.
Right.
In order to put in a basement, I mean, it's more than just digging a deeper hole than you have for your crawl space. Yes, we would have needed to have a much deeper hole. It would need to be 8 feet at least down. We'd also need to put in a full concrete floor. And then on top of that, once the house is here or whatever, we would need to finish it off inside.
Right.
It would need to become part of living space. And all of that adds a lot more cost.
So you guys, now it's back to the waiting game for us.
Right.
Now we wait to see when it's scheduled to be delivered to the farm property and when the crane will come and set it on the foundation. And we are so excited to show you guys the end result of that and hopefully the process of how that all goes.
Right. Yeah, we're hoping to catch some good video of the crane lifting the house on and all of that so you guys can see all of that. And then eventually we'll be able to take you on a full walkthrough of the house when it's all put together. And you guys, we're just so excited that you're along to share this experience with us. This really is starting to feel more like home here on the farm property. And we're excited to, continue the next part of our life here. And also be able to bless someone else by selling the homestead property and having a new family kind of take that over and have that be a dream property for someone else as well.
That's right. You guys, if you are enjoying our videos and you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love it if you would hit the subscribe button below. And also remember that the best way that you can help us here is really just to share our videos on your social media. Until next time, thank you so much for stopping by our homestead. Take care and God bless.
God bless.